Hi, Fashion Dolls. It is Transformation Tuesday, February 4th, and welcome to an all new episode of Style by Stevie. Joining me today, we have Aasif Ali Muhammad. You guys are getting two shows today. It is very hot outside, so if you guys see me fanning over here, please forgive me. I am not trying to melt, but I hope you guys all are doing as awesome as I am on Terrific Two Show Tuesday. I am doing amazing and I'm super excited for today's show. So I hope you guys are all as doing as awesome as I am. Hi Chrissy, hi everyone. So our very special guest today is a actor and model. And then we are going to get into another interview with another amazing actor, model. He does it all. Lejon Stewart joins me at 4. So you guys are getting two shows today. All right. Beautiful look. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying the glam, the fashions, everything this season because I am definitely going to continue to keep bringing it. New York Fashion Week will be creeping up right around the corner. So we got to be ahead of the trend. And I just got more new looks coming in today that I will be trying on after this show's over with. So I'm super excited about that. But let me go on ahead and send this live to Aasif so that we can get him here. All right. And let him know that I sent him the live as well also. I hope you guys are doing terrific. It is hot outside, y'all. It was cool this morning, and now it is hot. So pardon me if you guys see me fanning over here. Plus, it goes right along with the look. All right. A diva needs her fan. She is not trying to melt over here, my loves. So I hope you guys understand why. All right. So let me let him know that I sent him the live. And we can get this show started. Fashion Dolls, all right? So, yesterday we had Raven Nicole Thurman on the show, and it was a great interview, great girl talk yesterday, and we just dabbed into a bunch of things. So, without further ado, please welcome Aasif Ali Muhammad, Fashion Dolls.
What's going on? What's
Hello,
going on?
hello to the dollhouse.
How you guys doing?
I am doing wonderful. It is such a pleasure to have you here. So, before we kick off this conversation, how has 2025 been for you so far?
Ooh, 2025 has definitely been an elevation so far. So mindset, connection with God, business, everything has been elevation. So it's been good. How about yourself?
The same here. We've had our trials and tribulations, but I must say that it has been a booming success for me overall.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Okay, come on in. Success.
Yes, 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 yes. We are currently in our 19th season, and when I reached out to you, the film, we'll get into it because you did an outstanding job in the film. I
Oh,
seen the film.
appreciate
You
that.
and Zufa, I've interviewed your co-star, and we'll get into that. But before we get into that, tell us who Aasif Ali Muhammad is. And there's a meaning in your name. I'm not going to explain the meaning, but I know the meaning of your name. So, who is
Okay.
Aasif Ali Muhammad?
Well, I appreciate you for giving me the chance to even explain that. So for me, I am a first and foremost, I am a go-getter. So if I have something set in my mind, I'm going to get it. And for me, my name, essentially, just to put it in layman's terms, it means royalty, right? And royalty, not in the sense of being better than anybody, but royalty in the sense of setting a standard for myself, a standard for others, and kind of just being able to pave that way, showing by example rather than by just words. Because I'm a man of many words, but at the same time, I like my actions to speak a lot louder than my words. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you've got some of your supporters coming through. JJ 1990 says, awesome, bro. I'm so proud of you. Can't wait to see what God has in store for you. And
I
you are a
appreciate
person
that.
who likes, like myself, like to manifest and put things into perspective.
Yes.
So for you, because you wear so many hats, and we'll get into your businesses as well too, which I
Okay.
said I want you to plug.
Right.
But for you, how important is manifestation and the power of manifestation?
Oh, I think it's probably single-handedly the most important thing in life. Because no matter what you're doing, you're manifesting in some type of way. Whether it's your words, your actions, prayers, no matter what it is, you're manifesting in some type of way. And it's honestly sending that energy out to the universe, i.e., God, and God sending that back to you, in whatever form that you put it back. He pretty much gives it back to you tenfold. So if you put negativity out there, you're going to get that
Yeah.
right back tenfold. So I think it is super, super important.
You must have been watching my conversation yesterday with Raven, because that is something that we discussed in our girl talk, which is whatever you put out in the universe, it will come back to you tenfold. So that means if you put out good energy is going to come back to you. If you put out bad juju, as people would say, it's going
Right,
to come back to you. And it might not come back to you directly, but it could come back to you in other ways, through your friends or through your family. It's just like, why are all these bad things happening to me?
right,
Something you did.
right.
Guilt.
It's that karma right there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So for you, who is the most influential person in your life, if you had to give credit to anyone?
If I had to give credit to one person, it would be rest in peace, my grandfather. He was the most
Um,
influential person in my life, and he still is. Like his lessons, his words, his wisdom still lives in me to today, and it literally shapes the person that I am. So yeah.
and you talk about your grandfather. My grandmother, still here. She's 80 years old.
Oh,
And it's
okay. Come
always the
on.
power and the knowledge of wisdom from our elders that
Mhm.
we get to carry on with us in life's lessons. So,
Right.
what is one life lesson that your grandfather left with you?
I think it's a lesson that kind of just speaks uh not solely to, but in high regard to being a provider. So his lesson was more so he was one of those dudes that he wasn't about like talking your ear off. He was gonna talk to you, but it was more so about showing you. So it's about getting out there, getting it done no matter what. You can have your fun later on, but if you get up and just get it done right now, don't procrastinate, you'll be good. You'll pave the way for yourself and for others, and you can provide for your whole family just based off of your actions alone. And if everybody has that mindset, nobody has to struggle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, for you, what is the best decision that you've ever made in your life?
Ooh, best decision that I ever made in my life, I would have to say, uh, would be my like to stay true to my values. And I know it's gonna sound kind of cliche, but for me, it's my values are super important to me because I feel like it kind of that's my moral compass right there. I feel like that right there just shows me and lets me know, hey, listen, you're doing good. Everything's gonna be all right. Stick to your values, stick to your morals, and everything's gonna be all right. I think that's the best decision that I could personally make is to stick to my values and my morals. It hasn't led me astray yet. I have had trials and tribulations, but it's gotten me through every time.
Absolutely. What color are you in? Or what color is your mood? How would you describe your mood? Like for me, this season, last season I did purple and blue.
Okay.
This season, I'm pretty sure you're like, why is she sending me all of these purple hearts, blue hearts, and black hearts and platinum? Platinum, I love silver for a reason. So for you, what color is your mood and how are you feeling currently?
Ooh, that is a really great question. I would say gold. That is my favorite color, point blank, period. But gold because it never loses its value. Gold will always, no matter what, there's a market for it, right? It goes up and down, but at the end of the day, it's never not spoken of in high regard. No one can ever say gold is not in high regard. So gold, definitely.
And these times, because I've seen some of you, you also host a platform as well, to which we'll get
Mm-hmm.
into. But for you, what makes breathing easy for you with everything going on? What makes easy? breathing for you?
Ooh, I would definitely have to say, like, knowing that the next breath will be a better one. Most definitely. Yeah. Because I feel like I'm one of those people that I learn from my mistakes and I learn from my like triumphs as well. So it's like no matter what, I'm going to learn how to breathe more efficiently. I'm going to learn how to breathe and move better with every second, every minute, every whatever. I'm going to do it. So yeah.
Absolutely. And we have a question from JJ. JJ wants to know who's the one person you do everything you do for. And he says, you knows yourself, of course, but who or what motivates everything you do to succeed? Great question.
That's a great question. And the crazy thing is that even though I'm about to say I don't know the person yet, it's the idea of the person. So the idea of the person for me, I want a family super, super bad, right? Not so bad that I'm gonna go out and just do whatever, but I want a
Gotcha.
bit I want a family so bad that I want a wife, I want children. So for me, that's who I'm doing it for. My future wife and my future children. Of course, my wife is already born, but I just don't know her yet. Maybe I do know her. Who knows? Right? But that for me is who I do it for.
And it's the power of manifestation.
Yes.
My guest that I had on in the past, and this was the previous year before the 18th season, which was Kenyon Glover, and I interviewed him, and I asked him the same question, "What are you manifesting?" And he said the same exact thing. So it's all going to come to you. As I stated yesterday with Raven,
Right.
we were talking about if you put it out there in the universe, it'll come to you. Like I'm a dogless, a childless dog lady, so I have a fur baby. And that's a blessing that came from my brother. He gifted her to me and my mom
Okay.
because it's my mom and she's been a major support system, just like any pet. So if that can happen, then what you're asking for will happen in due time.
I appreciate that. I need that. All talks of positivity in my direction. I need it. I love it.
Yes, it's gonna happen. And it's all about making sure that everything is aligned perfectly. So when
Right.
you put it out there, it's gonna succeed. And speaking of succeed, your film, sir, your film, A Remedy for a Broken Heart.
Yes.
Everyone is talking about this project. And your co-star, who I've interviewed in the previous season,
Right.
Jifa, who is amazing. He is the main character. Now,
Mm-hmm.
tell us a little bit about your role in the film.
Yes. So my role in the film, I was Hakeem, and my role in the film was pretty much that best friend that is just a supporter and just going. He's gonna be in your corner no matter what, and he's gonna make sure you're good. Um, and honestly, that role to me was so dope because me and Jifa actually have a really great relationship off camera. Like that's like my brother in real life almost. Blood could not make us any closer. And Jifa being the writer, director, and lead actor in the film, his directions to me was literally, bro, just be yourself. Literally, just come in and be yourself. And I wrote this part strictly for you. So even if you want to go off book, do it. And it was just like, okay, perfect. So to me, like it was a perfect role for me because I was able to come in and just be myself.
Absolutely. And the hospital scene, the part where
Mm.
you guys were in the room after seeing him in the bed laid up and you were there, the gentleman who did what I can't give the whole film away. You have to
Right,
go
right,
and check it out
right.
yourself.
I gotta go. I
But
gotta check
I'm
it
going to
out.
say this, that brotherhood, that camaraderie shows on screen and off screen because I've seen you guys so much together.
Yeah.
What is the lesson that Jifa has taught you, and what is something that you've told him just as brothers in general working in this project together?
Ooh, that's a really great question. So Jifa has given me a lot of game over the years, and how close we are is crazy because we've only known each other for about 2 years. But we are so close. But he gives me so many gems. He let me in on the whole process of what it takes to make a film, what it takes to produce the film, what it takes to get the film going, promotion, and everything. Nothing was perfect. And he kind of showed me and told me, no matter what we go through, in this whole process, he knows what he wants to get out of it. So he kept going. And he was that, it was one of those lessons again where it was like his actions spoke a lot louder than his words, because I was able to see his perseverance through the struggles, the tears, the frustration, anger, sadness, everything like that was going on. And I don't know if they've seen the interview with Jifa, but if you guys have not, I'm not too sure what all he spoke on, but that was a really tough time for him, as well, because his family member and whatnot. And you know, him dealing with that and still making things happen, it was it was super dope and super inspiring. But it also showed me that like it's very important to have your success will be a little bit harder to come by. So yeah.
Absolutely. And he plays the lead character of Darnell in the film as well too. And I didn't know when we did our interview together. I didn't know that. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that with me.
Yeah.
But when he came on, when we met, he came on with a smile, his personality, so laid back, down to earth. And I have some great news to share with you. I don't know if he did, but he's
Yeah.
been nominated for an award for Best Actor.
Yes, he has.
So, how do you feel rooting your brother on, knowing this information?
I'm so excited for him. Like, you know, sometimes he feels like my excitement sometimes for him is so over the top that he feels like I'm lying. But I'll be like, bro, like I really am happy for you, because it's amazing and dope to know that just like a black man is being able to give, you know, be given his flowers while he's
Yes.
still alive, but also me being so close to this black man and me being like holding this black man in such a high regard, it's super dope to even be able to just witness this accolade, you know, just for him to be even be nominated and everything like that. I'm gonna always push positivity into Jifa. And uh I'll probably get into the story a little bit later on, but for Jifa, I'm like one of his like number one supporters, and he knows that I'm always show up for him. So I think it was super dope for him to even just be recognized for this film, because it is a super dope film. I cannot wait for it to come out and for y'all to
Yes.
see it, because I saw it at the premiere and I was like, this is the one right here. This is it. Like it was fire. So yeah.
And everybody is talking about it, and it has an impactful lesson on how people who don't have anything
Yeah.
can still work together and love on one
Right.
another. So that's what I took from this project, with his character being homeless and the other young lady working someplace as well too, and them coming together to realize, hey, we have something in common.
Right.
And it's sort of like a love story, but you also have your family in there as well too. So it's a great film. It's a powerful film, and I suggest you guys all go and check it out. A Remedy
Yeah.
for a Broken Heart. Everyone is talking about it.
Most
So
definitely. And the film that he actually got nominated for, was his other film that came out right after, that was called, I Voted. And I can't wait for that to come out. That's the one that got him nominated. He did great in The Remedy for a Broken Heart,
yeah,
but the film that got him nominated was I Voted. And yeah, it's one of them ones. It's one of them ones.
absolutely, absolutely. Oh my goodness. So my next question for you is, what do you think of the first thing that comes to your mind when you
Yeah.
think of success?
Ooh. Success to me is, I think it's just it's based on the person. So for me, my personal version of success would be stability, would be elevation, and it would also be a lesson. So if I'm not learning from my success, I did not succeed. I failed, because if I cannot recreate that success over again, I failed. So for me, it's definitely learning, stability, and elevation. If you don't have those three things, then I don't feel like success is present quite yet.
Mm. Oh my goodness. My next question for you, because I like to breathe deep in thought. I
Yeah.
love to manifest things. I love to put them all into perspective. What what is the superpower that gives you that drive to keep going? If you had a superpower, what would it be?
Mm. It definitely would be manifestation. That's my superpower right there. That hope to one day be a father, that hope to one day be a great husband, um, I think that's right there. That's my sole reason right there is really to just be a provider in every aspect of the word. That's my superpower is a hope for the future, uh, and to just be that guy in my family. You know what I'm saying? I want to be that guy that wears the cape in my family. So that's it.
It'll happen. I'm gonna tell you a story about my brother because you know our parents always tell us that we have siblings that already have families and things. So my mother would always, because I have four brothers, two sisters, and
Okay, big
one of my
family.
brothers said, "Okay, when I turn 18, I'm going into the military."
Right,
And fast forward after the military, he went on, he got himself a girlfriend. That one didn't work out. And then the next one, here we go.
right.
Okay, they've been dating for a minute. And then the news, I didn't know because she really wasn't showing at first, but they was
Mm.
like, you didn't see it. I was like, no, I didn't know. So he's a dad now.
Oh,
He's a dad. I have an 11-month-old nephew.
congratulations.
So that's just the power of manifestation.
Right.
And he's already on his way to the terrible twos. But Auntie Stevie, me and my mom, we spoil him rotten. Spoil him rotten.
As you
So
should.
but I say that because our parents always tell us, just wait. When it's your turn to have kids and have a family, you'll see what I've been trying to tell y'all all
Right,
along. So
right.
these words are the words that ring into the back of my head now into my adult years. I don't have children, like I said, but I have a nephew and I have nieces as well too.
Right.
But my goodness, for you, what is a word that has stuck with you throughout your career that your mother or your dad in general, you talked about your grandfather, but
Mm.
what did the parents have to tell you to send you on your way that keeps you grounded?
Yeah, I feel like it would definitely. Ooh, that's a good one. I feel like each one kind of gave me different things. So my pops, he kind of gives me more so of a realistic light at life, you know. So he's not necessarily down in me, but he's like, listen, you know, this could happen, this could happen. Prepare yourself. So it's the realism of possibilities. My mom, she's that one that's always in my corner. Son, you can do this. You got this. Like this is you. Oh, my son he's this. He's a superstar. He's my mom speaks life into me. So
Mm.
like that probably is like the main thing that really just gets me like just going when I'm like in like my zone for modeling, acting, writing, anything. And then my grandfather, again, that was a man of action. So for him, it was more so just like, you know, letting me know. He always told me like you're like you're smart, you're special. Like nobody sees this. Nobody really took the time to really understand you, but he did, and he was able to just put life into me as a child. And it was just like he wasn't a man of many words. He was a man from Grenada, Mississippi. So I don't know if you know what that is, but that is like back of the country, just
Yes.
country as heck. And he was a man of few words, big, strong like an ox. So it was just like he had that standard that he kind of just passed off of just like that quiet demeanor, but like real intimidating. But he always let me know that you're special, you're smart, and you can do it. Just get in there and put your mind to it. Hit the books, hit the whatever you need to do, study it, and you'll do it. You'll master it. Put your actions, put your words to actions, and let your actions just prevail pretty much. So that's it right there.
Now we've touched on the acting aspect. Let's touch
Mm-hmm.
on the modeling aspect because I've seen some of your photography. Very handsome,
Oh,
very high fashion, very GQ.
thank
So for
you,
you,
thank
when did you develop your own personal style? Because you know that I'm a fashion girl and I'm pretty sure you've seen
you. I
a
see it.
bunch of my interviews. I always change up my look. And even one of my guests, he just pointed that out. It's like she never stays the same. She always changes her look. I'm a chameleon. You don't know what you're gonna get with me. One day I'll have blonde hair. The next day I'll have red. I shocked people when I came out with green hair. I think that was season 17. So I mean, I'm always changing my look. I don't like to stay the same. So for you
Right.
as a model,
Mm.
how important is image and where do you develop your own personal style and how would you describe it?
That's a good question. So for me personally, from the photo shoot that I have done, my style automatically is I'm not really a huge like uh, I'm I'm mm, I'm more so of like a preppy slash streetwear type of guy. But I also love to shoot with photographers who know my image and who kind of just match my vibe and know how to shoot it. So the main person that I shoot with is my guy Bilal Allen. I got to plug him in. He is a super dope photographer, and honestly, most of the time, he's coming up with the ideas for like what I should wear. He's coming through with the clothes and everything. He'll probably just tell me like, "Hey, bring some shoes or bring this, bring that." But for the most part, he's put me on game. He's like, "Hey, do this, do that, da 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 da." But even if you see me out on the street regularly, you're like, if I go out, I'm dressed to the T. I'm good. I'm dapper. So yeah, that's pretty much how my whole shots go with that whole with my look.
And is there anything that you're manifesting for your modeling career as well too? Like New York, I just mentioned in the beginning before you came on, New York Fashion Week is right around the corner. So could we, you get where I'm going?
Yeah. So for me, I'm not huge into the runway scene. I did my first runway show. What was it? I think it was in 2020. Yeah, it was in 2023, and I won't say that it left like a terrible taste in my mouth because I did have fun, but it just wasn't my main thing. Now, if the money's right and it's there, I'll do it. But as far as, what it takes, like I give mad props to runway models. That takes time, energy, and effort out of this world. So me, I'm more so I want to go for print. But even more so, like even though I like doing the GQ look and everything, I do want to get into fitness modeling and whatnot. And I'm working on my body right now just so I can really just present it the way I want to. Because with fitness modeling, you have to have
Oh
that
yeah.
certain look. If you don't fit, you're not gonna make it. So, yeah,
And speaking of fitness, you have your company, Pompeii Fitness, which you
yeah.
own. You train people as well, and you work with your co-star, your brother. So for you, how important is fitness, and where did you develop the passion for fitness and having good health?
Yes. So Pompeii Fitness is my company. That's my baby right there. Um, it stemmed from not being able to move forward in collegiate sports. So when I was in high school, that's where I was able to get into sports. Because beforehand, I wanted to do sports, but honestly, we never had the money to do it. So I was able to get into sports once I hit high school, and from there, I kind of just hit the ground running. I was doing football, track, basketball. I did basketball for a little bit, but I'm not a good basketball player. So I was like, nah. So wrestling, I did all those things. But mainly my main thing was track and field. That was my baby right there. My senior year, I did get injured, so I was planning on being able to run at LSU. That was my whole plan. Wasn't able to do so because of my injury. But then I figured I'd try and get back to it, but I didn't realize how significant my injury was. I actually ended up tearing my ligaments in my left ankle. So I only have like one ligament left in my left ankle. So it's like, they're like, hey, if you run again and you snap that, you won't be able to walk again.
That's
So I was like, okay, yeah. So I was like, that's it for me. But then that was still while I was in high school, and one of my friends in high school, he was like, "Well, you can't do that no more. Let's try lifting weights." And we got into it, and I loved it. From there, it was just like a love, and I was like, "Okay, cool." And then went to college, and I was just like, "Let me start a business." And I started it. It was slow, really, really slow. It's still slow today, but it's like I'm learning as I'm going because I'm still doing other things too. It's not like I'm pouring everything into it. I'm doing acting, modeling, this, that. So, but yeah, that's my baby right there. Yeah.
and it's going to come to fruition. You said it's slow, but it's going to pick up. It's going to come
Yeah.
to fruition
Mm-hmm.
because I'm glad that you're doing this because within the Black community, we have so many healthcare disparities from diabetes to high blood sugar, cholesterol, all these things. And it's imperative that we get up and we get ourselves moving
Right.
more than ever. So I'm glad that you're doing this. So,
I appreciate that.
owning a business, what are some pointers that you would give to other people that are owning, just thinking about considering getting into opening their own businesses or getting grants or businesses? What are some tips that you would give them?
Ooh, definitely. No matter what, do not let other people talk you out of doing your business the way you're doing your business. Because what makes your business different today is what will make your business succeed tomorrow. Businesses, there's a million and one businesses out there right now. And to be honest with you, what makes a business succeed really isn't always having the same standard as everybody else. Now, if it's your business and it's like McDonald's, where you have a McDonald's university and you create that standard everywhere and it's a household name, then you're good. But if you're starting something by yourself, you need something that's going to set you aside from or apart from everybody else, whether it's your customer service, your product, your prices, even just like the area that you're available in. You know what I'm saying? That right there just changes the whole world. And honestly, do not lower your prices for anybody. Know your worth, know your value. So yeah, that's the main
Absolutely.
thing.
And
Yes.
we need to be supporting more and more Black-owned brands and businesses. I'm gonna be supporting. So make sure you guys are going and supporting Pompeii Fitness as well
Yeah,
too. So,
please do. Thank you.
what is a lesson that you've learned about yourself in the past? We're now in 2025, and it seems like this month is already going by so
Mm.
fast. We're in February now. This year alone is going by so fast, don't they, y'all? So, what is a lesson that you've learned about yourself in the past?
Mm, a lesson that I learned about myself in the past is that that I do have slight ADHD. So if I get distracted, I will be distracted and I will not remember for like a few days, like, oh shoot, I was supposed to be doing this. So that's one thing I learned about myself. If I need to get something done, I have to get up and do it right then and there. So that's why I stay busy. So yeah, I learned for myself, stay busy. Now it's not for everybody. Some people will run themselves into the ground. But for me, I have to stay busy. So yeah.
Earlier, you touched on losing your grandfather.
Mm.
How did you reconnect with yourself after that? Because I know I lost my sister in 2018, and when losing a sibling, a grandfather, grandmother, mother, it is a big. It's like it's a big heartbreak,
Yes.
and it takes you a while to regroup. So how did you reconnect after that?
Ooh. I'm technically I feel like I'm still reconnecting. I feel like I still am getting back to um I'll never be back in that headspace in the sense of where I was before because I've elevated, I've learned and I've grew. But at the same time, there's a piece of me that it'll never be settled unless I'm with him again. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, I know that I'm changed for life, but it's for the betterment. It's not for the worse. It took some time for me to realize that, but when I did realize it, I kind of understood that like, all right, it's time to actually put what he taught you into action. Let's make it move. And a piece of that is actually I'm I just finished the first draft for my first feature film that I wrote, Sunny Days. So yeah, so I just wrote that and I just finished the first draft. So it's gonna be a whole lot of revisions going on and things like that. And I plan on making that like that right there is gonna be my grievance project to really just allow me to have that out in the universe. And to me, I feel like it's really just gonna settle my whole nerves and soul on that whole part. Like it's gonna take me to that next level of grievance. So yeah, that's pretty much that for me.
What is a life lesson that you've had to learn the hard way?
Ooh, mm, nothing in life will just happen. Like nothing in life is just going to float down to you. You have to put it out there. You have to manifest in some type of way, whether it be your actions, your words, whatever. You're going to have to manifest it into your life. There is nothing in this world that is quote unquote free. You have to put something forth.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Mm.
Make it happen.
Yes.
Get out here, I create vision boards. So if you put it on that vision board, it's like putting the pieces of your life together. Almost
Right.
everything that I put on that vision board has come to fruition. And every day I do a mental checklist like, okay, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. What
Right.
else can I do now? So for you, what is next for you and your life and your career and your legacy? Because we talk a lot about legacy.
Right. So actually, next on the chopping block for me to get done is actually, I think we talked about this a little briefly,
Yeah.
but I am going to be enlisting into the military. And I feel like that's just going to give me an extra level of security. And it's going to
Yeah.
allow me to be able to take care of some things while I'm still building my career up and stuff. And I know the military is it's a taxing job, but at the same time, it's a job at the end of the day. So rather than me living the life of a struggling actor and just trying to like penny pinch and whatnot, I still rather
Right.
make my life work for me, because at the end of the day, while I do want to be an actor, successful model, beyond that, I want to be a successful father and a successful husband. And for me, that comes into security. And I have to secure my family before I secure anything else. So I feel like that's what's going to help me be able to just create a lifetime level of security for them, and for us to just be able to be, okay, hey, cool, we're good. Dad can move and do what he needs to do in this field and whatnot. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. So for you, what shocks you about yourself? Because we sometimes have these moments where it's like an epiphany to us, where we're sitting and we're just thinking like, wow, did
Yeah.
this really just happen? So what is a moment that shocked to yourself?
Oh, I think a moment, a key moment for me that really shocked myself, was when I really learned that, like, I can do it. I can do it. And it was like, it was, I don't know if you've seen my first film, but my debut film was No Better Love. And never been on screen, never did anything, no acting classes till this day, no acting classes, no anything, no type of history. And I just manifested. I said, I want to be in a movie, I want to be an actor, I want to be an actor. And somebody came with me with an opportunity met semi preparation. And I was like, let's do it. And when I got on set, I did not know I could do it, but I came in with the mentality of you have to do it. You're going to do it. You want to do it. And I went in there and I killed it. And we went viral. We went like, number one film on Tubi for, I believe it was like 3 months straight, something like that. So yeah, that's the biggest shocker that I realized was you can do it. Like I was like, oh shoot, I can do it. So yeah.
And look at there. Look at you now. You have your business, you have your
Right.
acting career, your modeling career, and it's all because you've manifested and you wanted to keep that legacy. Your grandfather and your family
Right.
was telling you about it. Now you want to work on becoming a dad, starting your own family, starting your own
Yeah.
tribe, and having that tribe backing you. And it's all about the importance of putting things out there. When you write it down or put it in the universe or speak it into existence, it all comes to fruition. All
Right.
right, fashion dolls. It is time. And I'm pretty sure you guys are ready. It is Black History Month. So we're going to get into some Black History Month trivia. I'm going to
Whew.
see if I'm going to have to take Asif's black card or not. So I'm going to give you some questions, and then we're going
Okay.
to do something called Turn the Tables, where my guests get to ask me as many questions as they want. Fashion, beauty, life goal, passion, whatever they want to know. And for my new viewers out there, because I see a lot of new viewers, you get to know a little bit about me through Asif's question. All right? So let's get into some Black history trivia. All right? So
Okay.
the first question is, who was the first African American model to be featured on the cover of GQ magazine? And here are your
Oh,
choices: Naomi
yeah, it's okay.
Campbell, Iman, or Tyra Banks.
I'm I'm a I'm gonna go with Naomi Campbell because I think she's a little bit older than Tyra. Tyra Banks is Tyra Banks. Oh, I knew it. She was my first option, but I didn't know between the two. So do I get a half a point?
We'll give you a half a point.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, this one is very simple, and everybody knows this. Okay,
Okay.
who is the first black woman to serve as a U.S. Supreme Court Justice? And here are your choices. You have Ketanji Brown, you have Shirley Chisholm, you have Carol Mosley Braun.
One more time. Wait, run their names back to me again, because all of them sound kind of familiar.
You have Ketanji Brown Jackson, Shirley Chisholm, and you have Carol Mosley Braun.
I'm gonna go with A.
It is Ketanji Brown. Yes. Okay. Next question. How many times did Kobe Bryant win the NBA championship? And here are your choices: three, five, or seven.
7. No, it's 5.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was 7. Oh, okay.
This one is easy. Okay. And you have his name, Ali. What was
Okay.
Muhammad Ali's nickname? The Greatest, the Fridge, or Mookie?
The greatest.
Yes. Okay, here's the next one. Jesse Owens is considered one of the greatest athletes of his time in which sports? And here are your choices: fencing, track and field, weightlifting.
I mean, like track and field. I meant to say track and field. Track and field. I actually read a book on him, so I know that one. Track and field. Yeah.
That is correct. That is correct. All right. What was the name of Michelle Obama's debut memoir? Dreams from My Father, Just as I Am, or Becoming?
Dreams from my father. No, I'm guessing on this one. So I'm guessing what the second one was, what, as I am or something like that.
Becoming. Becoming was the
Oh,
second one. And
becoming.
she has her face on the picture of it. It's blue. If you haven't seen it, I seen it.
I
So
have not
we'll
seen it.
give you,
So
yeah. All right, here's the next one. Who was the first African American and Native American woman to hold a pilot license? Bessie Coleman, Mary McLeod Bethune, or Barbara Smith?
B. A. A. We're gonna go A. No. C.
Bessie
A.
Cole,
A. Bessie
Bessie
Coleman. Okay.
Coleman.
Okay. Man, this is hard. I'm sweating over here.
Oh, this one should be easy to you because I know you are a sports fan.
Okay.
So LeBron James has played for the Cleveland Cavaliers, LA Lakers, and what other basketball team?
Miami Heat.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fashion dolls. There you have it with our Black History trivia. And I'm going to be doing this again with my next guest, Lejean, who joins me at 4. So it's 2 show Tuesday. So you guys get 2 shows today. So I'm a little nervous about this next segment because I have no clue what Aasif is going to ask me. My heart is beating so fast through this dress right now. Jesus help.
Okay.
So take it away,
All right.
Aasif.
So, first question would be, just in case, for everybody who doesn't know, what got you to start this platform? Like, what inspired you to start this platform?
Well, right after high school, actually, we would cover weekdays topics. And I said, my friends don't have a platform where they can go, where they don't have someone who looks like them, you know, and promote their projects. So that's how Style by Stevie actually got created right after high school, right after I graduated.
Okay.
It wasn't really called Style by Stevie. I would call it Weekdays Topics, and we would do it at 11 o'clock because there was so much going on in the world. I would cover pop culture and politics, so many things, which I still currently kind of do now,
Right.
but now solely focus on the guests, so the guest interviews. But that's where I got the passion from. Right after there, I said my friends needed a place to promote their music, their acting, and then it just took off from there.
Okay. All right, that's dope. So for you, what do you like? Where would you like to see this platform elevate to?
I would love to have my own network. I would love to have my own merchandise. Like, do you guys know Drew Barrymore? She hosts a talk show. She has her
Right,
merchandise in the store, her cooking utensils. She has like microwaves, all magazine, all sorts of things she has.
right.
So that's why I would love to go to the next level.
Okay, that's fire. I actually have her air fryer, so I'm
Yes.
hip on what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's pretty dope, and you're gonna get that because I love the way like your structure of the platform that you have it is super dope, and I love the fact that you treat everybody, no matter like who it is, whether you're interviewing 112 or you're interviewing an up and coming, actor and model like myself, it's love and it's consistency. So I love that. I love that. I think that that's super dope. You're not showing favoritism and you're super professional. So, you know, that to me is like, that's number one. So I feel like, there is no stopping you. Regardless of what my words are, you're going to make it. So, that's super dope. Yeah.
And as always, my mother, and I'm gonna go back to what you just said, because my mother, she always told me, she said, no matter how big you get in this business, make sure that you always humble yourself and put God first in everything that you do. And the reason why I'm so relatable to so many people is because I don't think I'm above or beyond. And I, like you just said, I treat everybody with the same decency. There's no favoritism.
Right. Right. That's important. So that's pretty dope. Okay. So for you, who who is your dream guest star on the show? Who's your dream guest star?
I would have to say Taraji P. Henson.
Oh,
Love
okay.
her energy, love everything about her. She's a girl's girl. I'm a girl's girl. We both love hair. We're always changing our hair. So it would definitely be Taraji P. Henson.
Okay. Everybody, y'all heard that. So tag Taraji in this. If you seeing this right now, go ahead, spam Taraji so she sees all of this. Okay. That's fire. Okay. So now for you, what is up next, like, in a definite workings for yourself? What's that?
I want to continue on doing this platform. I feel as though we need a lot more. What, not me? Lijon, you're up next, and my second guest is here watching, ladies and gentlemen. But you are one of my dream guests because I have you coming up next. You're on at 4. So what was your question? I'm sorry, I got sidetracked.
Nah, you're good. You're good. So what for you is up next for sure, for sure? Like what is something that you're working on, big or small, everything in the world is in the universe is huge, but what are you working on that you can present to us at this time?
Well, as I stated, New York Fashion Week is coming,
Mm,
so more writing. My boss lady that just came in for the publication that I write for, Original Magazine UK. So writing more for that publication on what's going on in the world of fashion, and of course, continuing Style by Stevie. I want to go about 30 more seasons. I still have enough energy in me. I'm 31. And I feel as though when you're at that age, you're in your prime. You want to keep going. You want more. So I
right.
want to continue on with this platform because my goal currently is to reach 800 interviews, and we are halfway there.
Congratulations. For real.
Yes.
That's huge. And to keep that up, that is super dope. That is super dope. That's super dope. So, okay, so this is episode number what specifically?
Oh my God. And I'm looking at my channel right now, the analytics, how many interviews that I've just recently done. And
Yeah.
I have just recently done, it's coming up kind of slow. Give it a sec, Fashion Dolls. Bear with me. It's coming up kind of slow.
What's going on, my
My
boy
goodness.
Julio? What's up, man?
Yes, and some of your supporters are here also
Yes.
as well.
What's
It's
going
but
on? Everybody that tapped in from my side, I appreciate y'all, and everybody that tapped in from Stevie's side as well. I appreciate y'all for tapping in and turning up with us. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and just staying to watch the show.
738. 738.
738. Ooh, look at me go.
Yes, you're 739, and then Lee John's will be 740. So we are halfway there, y'all.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so you more than halfway there, because you said your goal is to get to 800, right? So
Hmm.
yeah, dang near there. You only got about what 60 more after today. So
Yes. And I pointed this out when I did my interview with Raven yesterday. No sick days. No 6 days. It's been consistency every single day, Monday through Friday.
wow, that's huge. Because most people they'll be like, "Oh, I'm tired." They'll probably like try and get something
Right.
and just scoot it off. But that's that consistency, and that's why I know like you're definitely gonna make it huge. Not just your heart, not just the aura that you're giving off, the purple, the blue, not just that, but also it's your consistency, your drive. And I really feel like you got something special here, and I just feel like I'm definitely a fan of yours now. So I'm a loyal supporter now. So you're gonna see me in the comment sections whenever I can. If I'm not too busy, I'm always tap in, show some love.
And I appreciate it
Of course,
100%. Thank
yeah,
you so much.
of course,
You're
100%.
a fan of little old me. I mean, and which one of my interviews was your favorite? Because I've done so many.
So of course, I'm gonna nominate myself now because I'm part of it. So I'm always gonna say myself. So my new favorite one is myself. Before that, it's gonna be my brother Jifa, of course. I'm always tap in and support. And then of course, after that one, I think it was the first one that I watched was when you sent me the one of you in 112. I was like, oh snap, he out here doing names out here. And I was like, me on there? I'm on the same. What? Come on. So yeah, I think you have a lot of heavy hitting episodes. 739 now. But yes, I think all of them are stellar. I hope everything takes off in the best way for you. And even further on, I hope Taraji comes on here too. Once Taraji comes on, that'll be my new favorite one. That I promise you that
And I'm manifesting it. I'm manifesting it. It's going to
one. Yeah,
happen
she
because
coming.
I've spoken things so many times and they've all come to fruition.
There it is. She's gonna come. That I pray that one. That'll be super huge if that's your 800th one. That'll be super huge.
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
just the amount of everything that you've put out here in the universe for me and vice versa for you.
Right.
Just like Sonnet, your one of your friends, one of your brothers in here and says here to support my brother. Y'all make sure to follow him and make sure to hit him up for your workout needs. See?
Yeah. Please do. And let me. I'm gonna plug him too. My boy Sonnet. He's a MC. He's not a rapper. He's an MC, and he does music as well. So please tap into him. Show some support. Show some love. He has some
Absolutely.
really great songs. Definitely. Like, oh man, I'm trying to think of the name of the song. I can't even look at my phone right here. But bro, you know which one I'm talking about. It's the one that you dropped, and I said I listen to it almost every day. I listen to that song every day for like 2, 3 weeks straight because it just got me through a time that I really needed to like hear. And his music speaks to your soul, and it's like it really just has that relevance that will help you like just connect with it. It's like that sermon when you go to church and you didn't know you needed to hear that sermon, but it hits you. So most definitely. But it's about like pretty much it's about men's mental health and whatnot. So it's speaking on that. So it gives us a different light. He's not out here rapping about you know drugs or fornication or anything like that.
Right.
It's about positivity. So please, y'all go tap in with him. Yeah.
And so before we let you go,
Mm-hmm.
because it's almost time for my next show with Lejon Stewart, ladies and gentlemen,
Right.
what are some words of encouragement that you would like to leave to your followers, to your supporters, to your family, or to anyone else?
Yes. Hey, how y'all doing? I hope that everybody has a blessed life. I hope that everything that you want in life comes to fruition. I pray that you understand the power of your words. Say what you mean what you say, and live by your words. That's the most important thing that you could ever do. Is don't be a hypocrite to your own words. And that's probably the best piece of advice, words that I could give to you ever. And I love all y'all. Appreciate y'all for the support. Thank y'all for watching the movie. I just wow, it's a blessing to even be up here. And thank you, Stevie, again for even just looking at me as a guest to even come on your show here. So I appreciate that.
Definitely, and I'd love to have you back on once you get settled and everything, because I know you're gonna be
Yes,
leaving us pretty soon. But
yes,
definitely keep us posted, keep us in
I
touch,
got.
and I will be supporting Pompeii Fitness, your brand, and you 100%.
Please do. I appreciate it.
Definitely. Coming up next, Fashion Dolls, we have Lejean Stewart. So go refresh your drinks and snacks and come back. It's Two Show Tuesday. And this will be uploaded to Style by Stevie Daytime on YouTube. So you can go and check out both shows today on my channel, as well as some of the past shows from the past week as well, too. Head on over right now, Style by Stevie Daytime on YouTube. And we will see you next.